Hi y'all, this is Larry at Deep South, Texas. It's time to take another look at the garden. And I have some good news and some bad news. But first, let's talk about the good news. And the good news is, I have been on YouTube for 1 year. And during that year, I've been able to put up at least one video per week. I was afraid I would run out of ideas after a couple months, but it's been going pretty good. And I'm very happy with the growth of my channel. And that growth is due to you, the subscribers and the viewers. So a sincere thank you to all of you that have been coming over to my channel and taking a look. But the bad news is on March 2nd, we got some cold weather. And it wasn't supposed to get to freezing. The low temperature was supposed to be 37, but we must have got some freezing drizzle or something during the night. And it's had a negative effect on the garden, mainly the tomatoes. So let's go take a look at that. So this is one of the volunteer cherry tomatoes that started growing this winter. It's looking pretty sad. But it doesn't look dead, you know? So, and that's basically the way it is with all my tomatoes. They look like they got set back, but they don't look dead. They all sort of look like this. Some of the outer leaves are wilting back, but the center of the plant still looks pretty good. Some areas of the garden don't look like they suffered too much, and other areas don't look nearly as nice. So here are the Roma tomatoes. Again, nothing looks dead, but they don't look real healthy. And the beefsteak tomatoes. That one looks completely undamaged. The rest have a little damage on them. And my Amish paste tomatoes. They don't look too bad. Most of them. That one back there looks a little sick. But they all look like they're still alive. So if you could, let me know what you think. Are these things going to continue to grow and produce tomatoes, or should I start over? The eggplant didn't seem to suffer at all. So that looks good. I had planted corn about a week before that cold night, and it's hard to see it here, but there is some corn coming up, so pretty happy about that. The potatoes didn't get hurt at all. Here are the Yukon Golds. The plants are over 3 feet tall now, and they're starting to flop over. So that's looking good, looking good. And the leeks are looking good as well. So I was only going to plant this top planter with the leeks, but I had so many left over. My wife demanded that I plant those as well. So we have 2 beds of leeks here. We're going to be loaded this year. The peas that I plan to have out of the garden by now are still here, and they've still been producing, but They got to come out here real quick because I need to plant beans. And the pineapple plant doesn't look like it suffered any permanent damage. Looks like it's still growing to me. The jalapenos continue to look good. Just going to leave these plants this year. And my one cabbage that's doing great is ready to come out. My other cabbages are still pretty small. They are heading up. Maybe that cold snap will kick them into gear. That cold didn't hurt the onions at all, and they look like they're doing good. But when I go back and look at my onions from last year at this time, they look quite a bit farther along than these, so not sure what's going to happen there, but they look healthy at the moment. The moringa doesn't seem to have suffered from that cold night, although they've started to put a few new leaves out. They're really not into an explosive growth stage yet. That should happen pretty soon. The cold doesn't appear to have affected the navel orange tree. It's still full of blooms, and they're all hanging on. And the Meyer lemon tree over by the chicken coop is also still full of blooms. Doesn't look like there's been any damage here. So basically, just the tomatoes got hit a little bit. So this cold weather coming a month after our last frost date was a big surprise. We'll have to wait and see if the tomatoes pull out of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up, please leave a comment, and please subscribe. We'll see you again next time.